Well, if you guys want to get taught about how to use a charger by literally the worst charger player to ever set foot on this earth, then you came to the right place. Because I'm terrible with chargers, but I have a series and someone requested the e-meter 4K scope, so here we go. Being a successful charger player, or a terrible one, really comes down to one thing, and that's if you can aim. And while I can't, luckily, aiming isn't really something that you need taught, so I can still make a charger video even though I have no idea how to use chargers. So let's get into step number 2 and something that I actually know how to do. The second most important thing with any charger is your positioning. Luckily, the e-liter 4K and 4K scopes kit really excel at this. We are going to talk more about that later, but more on positioning. So, what I mean by positioning is finding as many spots as you can on the map where you can reach a good majority of the map, especially the populated places, so that way you can shoot and kill people, assuming you can aim, which, as I already mentioned, I cannot. Now, something you do need to keep in mind is almost every map does not have one singular location that you can sit in the whole game. Most times, during the objectives, based on whatever the objective is, be it tower control, splat zones, or Rainmaker, you have to move your spot based on where the objective is. For example, if the Rainmaker is getting really close to their base, then you should probably find a spot up there. If the tower is getting ridden into your base, then you should get closer to your home base. Now, the one where it usually works to stay mandatory is splat zones, but the problem with this is a higher level play, usually the opposing team finds your spot and can 9 times out of 10 kill you because they know where your spot's going to be. So it is good to always have a couple of different spots for every area, just for a little bit of diversity. And if you can, make your spot as difficult for non-chargers to reach, and even other chargers to reach, to try and keep you alive for as long as you can. Due to the combination of the fact that I hate chargers and my computer is almost out of space, we're going to finish this as quickly as possible. So let's talk about why this kit is so good for the charger. Now, ink mines especially are mostly bad for any weapon other than chargers. However, I think an ink mine charger is a gift from God. Now, my strategy with them is to find your main spot, the spot that you'll be shooting from most of the game, and put ink mines at the access points to this. Is it going to kill anyone that tries to get there? No, but what it will do is alert you if anyone gets close, so you can immediately either shift your focus to them and try and kill them, or you can abandon your spot and go find another one. That's how I like to use ink mines. Sometimes I'll put 2 of them down, maybe in a highly populated zone. In splat zones, I see a lot of people putting ink mines in the zone, which I guess kind of works, but I think the best thing to do with a charger is to put ink mines as a guard to your spot to let you know if someone's trying to get to your spot. And Inkstorm is also good as a stationary weapon, and how I like to use Inkstorm, it's almost like a different way of using Ink Armor or Baller, and it helps your team make pushes. Because if anyone on the other team stands in that spot too long, then it can definitely kill them. So the first thing it does is to other stationary weapons, like other chargers or splatlings that usually stay in one spot, it kind of gives them the option to either move or die, which is always a good thing. And the other thing that it does is it makes pretty much everybody move, and since it moves forward, it can be used if your team stays under the rain to go to your base. And one kind of advanced tactic that I've never done, but I kind of think would work, so don't quote me on this if it doesn't work, because I've never tried it, but I mean, I'm also not good with chargers, so if I tried it, it wouldn't work. And that is to throw an Inkstorm down and try and funnel people out to one specific area with your Inkstorm, maybe on a like humpback pump track, trying to get people onto the actual track around the outside. And doing something like this, you could just line a bunch of people up for a couple of kills. I've never done it because I can't aim. I've talked about that multiple times, and I've also not done it because I don't possess the knowledge to do this kind of thing. And the last thing with chargers is they're best in tower control. That's why all my footage for this video is from tower control. It's because you don't need to be good at chargers to succeed in tower control. All you do is find a spot that can reach the tower and shoot the tower. So if you want to impress your friends and say you're a good charger, just go to tower control. That's about all I have. So I'll see you next guide video. And please do not recommend another charger.